Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Mark Hope Show. And we are going to be doing a customer advocacy episode on a company that I went to today, and I have continually um, experienced really good service. And this is uh, a national company. It's you know well known. It's not a mom and pop. However, I did a video the other day that we're working on some customer advocacy for, and it wasn't a good one. And so, as far as balance goes in life, I want to do a video about a company that's doing a really good job. And this company is Harbor Freight. And as I showcase these companies, they are my personal opinion, or they're an opinion of one of our customer service advocates or business advocates that work with us on the podcast. Uh, Public figures. We have a lot of people that know the community and can give insight on some businesses that are really doing well. And this particular business is doing very, very well. And I am going to um, go through the customer advocacy scorecard with Harbor Freight. One of the things that I require before I will rate a business passing on our scale of, pass, fail, needs work, or red flag, or whatever. So this business obviously is passing, and I'm doing a very positive review of these people. But if I've been to a store three, four, five different times and I haven't had a negative interaction with any employees, that's big for me. Because I'm working with different employees and I'm having the same wonderful experience with them. It tells me that the company cares about the customers, the company cares about the employees, and the business in general is being run in a way that is customer focused and customer centric, and you should go there. And always on the Mark Hope Show, after I post these videos on YouTube, and then I do a TikTok companion short that goes along with the longer review, please comment. Please um, go to the business yourself and see if you experience the things that I experienced, and give your feedback, because these businesses that I'm reviewing will stand up to scrutiny. That's why I recommend it. If you go in there, you're going to have that good experience time after time. And if you don't, then our level two customer review scorecard includes: how does the business handle a problem? How does the business handle a customer that's not satisfied? Because that's a level two experience, and we need to see that. So if you respond to one of my reviews, good or bad, and you go into that store, then maybe they improve their performance and you can report on that. Or in this case, you can go into this business and say, yeah, that was the same thing. They were super nice to me, and they have a bonus program. Um, they mention it, they weren't pushy about it. Um, and then, it can go up or down from there for the business. And the test of a true business is when they have a problem, how do they handle it? And I suspect that Harbor Freight is this store in Norman that I go to, and let me be clear about that. That is what I'm reviewing. These people that I had a wonderful experience with. And whenever it's a positive review, I never talk to the business first. If it's a negative review, I always call the business. I try to talk to a manager. I explain to them what's happening. I explain to them that we are going to do a negative review on their business. And it may or may not involve the local news team that we meet with at their business or about their business, especially if we think something shady is going on. But I always give the business owner, manager, whatever, a chance to talk to me about exactly what happened first. And I mean, the review is going to happen either way, but I give them a chance to talk to me first. And then everything can go differently. And I invite them on the show. I would have another box going with the manager or the owner, and we would talk about what's going on the other screen, and we would show evidence about this, that, or the other thing, whatever the customer brought to me and say, hey, they fixed my car and it's up or whatever. But on these positive reviews, I don't talk to the store managers, the employees, or the owners in advance because it's all good. It's just free advertising that I'm giving to the business because they earned it by taking care of me in a way that I think that my listeners of the show would benefit by knowing, hey, this is a great business. And, honestly, the prices are always good. And my experience today is I went in to buy a fit in for my compressor. My grandson was here and we were trying to, pump up the basketballs, and I had one of those fit-ins that you do your tires on, but the needle was going into the basketball and it was grabbing it in such a way that once we got the basketball powered up or filled up, when you took off the air and tried to pull the needle out, it was so difficult to try and pull out that a lot of air escaped each time we tried to do that. So I wanted to get an air gauge that had a little thing that holds on to that needle so you can keep doing it and then pull it out while it's shut off. And I found that it was $11 something. And I happened to have bought a lockable storage case for one of the businesses that I was running at one time and before I got sick. And so since it was expensive, then I joined their membership club because the discount that I was getting covered the membership, so I had it. And they said, oh yeah, this is you're I gave my phone number. Oh, you're a member, and you get 30% off all weekend on things under $20 that you buy over the weekend. So now this is going to be like $9. And this was a really substantial filler with a gauge on it. And it was a good deal. And again, there's no pressure on this rewards thing. And they do it effectively and they offer it to me. But I would have said no. And I said no a lot of times to them about this because I don't normally join that kind of thing. But when it was a no-brainer, when I bought that cabinet, um, it it made sense to me, and I did it, and I'm glad I did. But every time I go in there, I'm absolutely impressed by the employees, how nice they are. I never walk in there and somebody doesn't greet me at the door. Hey, can I help you show you something? And I had a computer business that was retail for a long time. And if my employees weren't running for the phone when people were calling or running to the door to meet the customers, I was on the show floor. My office was the first thing that you could find in the hallway off of the show floor in the main store. And we greet the customers. They're the most important thing to the business. And whoever's running that company, and especially this store in Norman, is absolutely doing that correctly, in my opinion. And initial greeting, super pass. Employee attitude, A plus. willingness to help, again, perfect. Customer first effort, their cleanliness and orderliness, the store is always spotless, the shelves are always, just absolutely filled with product. Time before last that I was in there, I needed a little hand sander to do a repair at the house. And I'm normally buying things on Amazon. And I looked on Amazon and this particular sander that I needed to get in the corner of this thing. It's $49 or whatever. And I don't buy tools because I don't work on things, I'm old. I'm disabled. If there's a very little thing that I can do, I do it. But I don't get into any big projects. I don't have tools, but when I need one, I just buy it and then I give it to somebody that, comes by, is working on some kid that comes by the house and say, hey, do you need this? I don't need it anymore. And that was the case on this sander. And it was like, I went into Harbor Freight and it was $19. They had the sanding paper right there, and it worked out great. And I still have that. As a matter of fact, if any of you handymen that come by the house, I'll give it to you. Tone of environment, pleasant, clean, friendly. Everybody is super nice to me. Basic competency is just super high. So based on all my findings, I give this business in Norman, Oklahoma, my highest recommendation. You definitely should go visit these people. So it's I don't know how to get that off. Thanks for watching the Mark Hope Show. If you know of a business that's doing a great job, send us an email at mark@markhope.com and or respond to this in a comment of whatever media you find it on. And have a great day.